Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and we're going to talk about something serious. I don't have a script plan for this. There's not going to be any editing. We're just going to discuss what's going on and the state of Uber. And you've read the title, and I know, obvious, Uber doesn't care about you, right? So why making this video? I don't know. Maybe I just need to vent some frustration. So what even brought this up? What's bringing this up? Well, there is a fellow UberTuber who I actually even consider a friend. And they posted a video about a very bad Uber ride that they had. And the ride involved them picking up a few people at a wedding, driving 10 minutes. In the last couple minutes, the passenger in the front, he got very handsy with him and started touching him, feeling his crotch, basically molesting him, feeling him up, being assaulted. And of course, the situation was dire enough where the driver, of course, considered kicking him out, but then also it's that same thing that we all go through. The trip's only a few minutes away. If you try to evict them now, you could escalate the situation. You don't know how violent people are going to get, and basically just, decided to take it. Dropped the guy off at the hotel, ended the trip right away, 1 star, filed a complaint with Uber, and said what happened. Overall, the trip was $10.13. That's what it was worth to Uber for him to put up with this. Now, of course, when he made this complaint, if he had been a passenger, the driver would have been instantly deactivated. I mean, they might have done a small investigation, who knows, but even if the investigation was inconclusive, the driver would have been terminated. And of course, if the driver actually did this, they would deserve to be terminated. But this wasn't a driver. This was a passenger. A passenger who, assaulted a driver, gets a major complaint. Uber, of course, was non-committed to doing anything about it. They did not tell them what disciplinary action would be taken. They did not tell him what investigation would occur. There was no assurances whatsoever that anything would happen to this passenger. The chances are nothing will happen to the passenger. They will continue to be able to use Uber. Next time they are super intoxicated, they'll fill up the next one. And this got my friend to pretty much realize, I gotta get out of this. I have got to get out of this. Uber doesn't care. You know what? They have never cared. They haven't cared for a long time. They still don't give a damn about me. And I'm taking rides where I'm getting assaulted with no protection and no guarantee that anything's even going to happen to the people who assault me or anyone else. And they're going to let them do the next person, because as long as that person is paying Uber their $10 or $15, whatever the heck it is, they're going to just let that person get away with whatever they want. And I don't have time for that. I shouldn't have time for that. And I need to get out of it. And I agreed with him. I encouraged him to get out. I encourage a lot of people to get out. But people don't do it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I got out of it a long time ago. I did. It's not worth it to me. People say, hey, you're irrelevant. You can't comment on this because you don't drive. Bullshit. I look at situations like this. I don't need to drive to know this is a bad situation. This is a really bad situation. And in a couple of videos that you'll probably see tomorrow, because I'm going to delay them because of this, nothing about Uber's changing even outside of the drivers. Like, I mean, that guy who was live streaming the Twitch? Well, I know there's going to be some repeated content now, but he got suspended from Uber for who knows what. Uber is very careful with their words. Unlike saying he is definitively not on the platform anymore, they said they suspended him pending a further investigation. Basically, they're looking to see if he can sue them or not if they suspend him. Because that guy didn't break the terms of service. Uber's terms of service says you can have a dash cam. It says you can record the customers. He was in a state, it was either Minnesota or Missouri, I forget which one, where as long as he was aware of the recording, he could record them. And of course, he had the stickers, the warnings on the window saying you would be recorded. Legally, he's in the clear. And of course, Uber in their policy says they can record you whenever they see fit, which I'm sure Uber doesn't want to come to light. But, they suspended him. And we don't know what he did wrong. We know he made the passengers feel uncomfortable, but he didn't break the TOS. He didn't break the law. So, what? Uber still suspended him because they care about the passengers, not the drivers. What about the corporate culture? This corporate culture that Dara was brought in to fix, it hasn't gotten fixed. The head of human resources resigned because they made racist comments. Benita St. John, I think that's her name, she left because she did not feel respected. It's a black woman who was smart, did not feel respected at Uber. The CFO, I think it's CFO, Barney, whatever, he made some inappropriate comments. Dara isn't sure if he can fire him yet. He has no replacement. He has no one to do his job. So I guess you got to put up with him for a little while. But think about it. Dara was hired to clean up Uber a year ago. I mean, I've said for a while, it's lip service. He wasn't hired to actually fix Uber. He was hired to make Uber look better. And yet, these stories continue to come out. You have the passengers who wrongly accuse the drivers of things and gets them deactivated. You have the drivers who are either the assaulters or the assaulted. And Uber does not do a background check on anyone. They don't do a background check on their drivers. They don't do the background check on their passengers. The passengers abuse the drivers. Uber doesn't care. They're paying. Why would they? You've got your human resources people having to be dropped and fired because they're using racial slurs. And unlike what Papa John did, these are racial slurs that are worth being concerned about. Very much so. I mean, Uber has not changed at all. And they just get worse. And yet, people drive for them. Why? Why are you guys doing this? Seriously. Why are you doing this? I find it amazing how many people leave comments in my comment section that says, get a job. Get another job, you don't like it. Guys, I don't work for Uber. I don't drive for Uber. I was smart enough to get out of this mess. I just talk about them now because that makes a lot of money. It makes a lot of money. And I'm still fascinated by the company. I just don't like the company. Kind of like I'm fascinated by Amazon. Don't like them a bit. They're interesting though. So I'll talk about them. But you, well, I don't know about you, everyone, but some of you who are driving for Uber, yeah, why? Why? Do you like seeing a company that values you so little that they will let you be assaulted? Do you like a company that values human decency so little they can't get a proper HR person to fix problems? I mean, they got an extension on London. Have they actually given anyone those benefits or those sick days that they promised? I mean, what has Uber ever done for you? Why are you so loyal to this company? I know there are thousands of drivers out there who they will get assaulted, they will get screamed at, they will get spit on. Uber will not help them. Uber will not comfort them. Uber will not take care of them. And because they are so invested in the Uber ecosystem, you know what? Suck it up. Get behind the wheel the next day. Keep driving. Do it all over again. It doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. It hasn't made sense for a long time. And I it's frustrating. 180 days of change. You know what we found out at the end of 180 days of change? That 2 years ago Uber was hacked and they paid the hackers. That was the big finish to 180 days of change. Why, oh, why? And I throw myself in this boat. Why, oh, why didn't we realize that that should be a big clue about where this was heading? So, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to you if you continue to drive for this company. I just don't. I don't want to seem like I'm judging you, but I sort of am. There's a part of me that really wonders what it is. What do they have that makes this so appealing? They have not changed. I don't think they ever will change. I mean, they want to get to that IPO, and then what? I don't know. We're really going to be treated badly once they get to the IPO. So it's very frustrating to read these stories, and I make these videos and they're going to go up. They will go up, trust me. I made them. They might be a little bit more fun than this one, but how is it like a year after the CEO got his job and promised real change, I'm still reporting on the same things? Still reporting on the exact same things. That, low driver pay, assaults in the car, fighting with the government, pouring money in self-driving cars that don't work, and heck, they aren't even on the road. Do I get validation, by the way, because I claimed that you would not see the cars on the road very much next year? Do I get a little validation for calling that one? So, anyway, I anticipate a lot of response videos to this. I anticipate a lot of response videos to this, because I think people will still try to justify why they drive for Uber. And, I know everyone has their own reasons. I'm not going to deny that. But my question, of course, is when you look at the big picture, when you see how they treat other drivers and other people, guys, this is how they're going to treat you. You think you're going to avoid getting assaulted in your own car? Having your crotch touched when you don't want it to? That's going to happen. Guys, it's happened to me. Granted, it was a woman, but still, she touched all over me. She thought she was being flirty and cute. I didn't like it. Had that one guy who thought it was funny to pull on the emergency brake, blow smoke in my face. He thought it was funny to lean over and press on the gas pedal, where I almost ran over a pedestrian because he did that. And Uber couldn't comment on whether or not he would still have his Uber privileges. 2 years ago. I don't know, maybe the guy got suspended, but I think they let him stay on the platform myself, because he was a paying customer. I was a driver, so who was I? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think for more than just the money, you need to get out of this. You need to work for someone who respects you. I mean, this company's not even interested in helping you make money. They made a big deal about their partnership with Cargo. Guys, I'd be willing to bet you pretty good money that Uber went to Cargo and said, you're going to partner with us and you're going to give us our cut, because those are our drivers. I mean, we're not their drivers when we need them. When we need their protection, when we need their support, when we need a little bit more money. We're not their drivers. We're independent contractors. But when we are making more money and Uber's not getting their cut of that, then we're their drivers. And Uber can say, hey, cargo, you know those people that you're working with? Those are our drivers. You start hearing complaints about them, we're going to deactivate them. Then you won't have anyone to sell your snacks to. You might as well partner with us because, you're not going to make any money otherwise. It's like Rapify. I think the main reason Rapify has not caught on is because they would benefit the most from ride shares. But Uber and Lyft, they both have it in their TOS. You have a wrap on, you have corporate logoing. It's against the policy. So Rapify will eventually have to go to Uber. They'll have to make a deal. And then Uber will get a cut of that. Typical. So, yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of sympathy for the Uber drivers right now. You need to get out of this. I mean, I think you need to realize that we're in a bad relationship if you drive for Uber and Lyft. You're in a bad relationship, an abusive one that's not going to change. Just need to leave them. Need to get out of it. Don't wait until you're assaulted by someone. Because I'm going to repeat, this person I knew got assaulted sexually. And what did he get? He got $10.13 out of the deal. Anyway, what do you folks think? You know what to do. If you still decide to keep driving for Uber, if you have listened to all of this, and you're still justifying in your mind, somehow you can still drive for Uber. Well, I'm going to be a lot more pessimistic when something happens. And that's not an if, that's a when, because it's a very dangerous job. I hope you remember these words. You were warned. And you could have got out of there before anything happened. Anyway, again, you know the drill. Be kind to one another down there. I know it's going to get heated, but you know what? Just be nice to one another. Good night.